And I'll just tell you a story. Don bought a farm up in Oregon, and he was up there for, I don't know, 40, 50 years not playing music. And some local guys who, one of them had a bar in town called Johnny B's. They were obsessive Maddox Brothers and Rose fans, and when they found out that Don Maddox lived in their town, they just went crazy, and they just kept pestering him and pestering him and pestering him until he came out of retirement to do shows. So we're going to get those guys up first. They have a band called Step It Up and Go. And after they do a few songs, we're going to get Mr. Maddox up here. So all the way from Medford, Oregon, let's give it up for Johnny B and his gang. Step It Up and Go.
Let's give it up for Mr. Entertainment, Deke Dickerson. Thank you. Talk about hanging in there. Thank you, Dave.
It's working, right?
How's everybody doing? We're doing really great. So we're really glad to be here from Southern Oregon, like Duke said, and our buddy Don Maddox flew out here. He made us drive. Next time we're flying, Don. Anyway, we're stepping up and go. This one's called Wild Guitars. The sounds of a wild guitar. Around like a band of bars. Deep inside down in my feet. Roll guitars are really moving me. In my ears. I said, baby, guess what? You have no fear. Deep inside down in my feet. The rock and roll guitars are really moving me. Rock and roll, rock and roll. I'm listening to the chicken and make it through the soul. Rock and roll, I say. Good for the soul when I hear the sounds of the wild guitar. I'm jumping around like a man from Mars. I get up easy inside down in my feet. Rock and roll guitars are really moving me. Rock and roll, listen to the chicken. Rock and roll, say good for the soul when I hear the sound of the wild guitar. Jumping around like a man from Mars. The rock and roll guitars are really moving me. Chicken hawks were sitting in a fence, looking for two chicks they could take to the dance. One turned, the other said it's time to move. To that hen house they did move. Well, called on on a fence. Chicks they could take to the dance. One turned the other, said it's time to move. You that hen house, well, all no chicks from here come to chicken hot spring. Here we are as I rock the road bike. It's barn tonight. We're gonna boogie woogie. Gotta do it right. The farmer went to town. Now it's time to rock. Well, everybody's doing the barnyard pop. Why, thank you all. We saw the Jets last night. Amazing. All the bands were amazing. They did a Johnny Burnett for a song we're doing. Well, come on, little mama, let's tear this dance floor. Well, come on, little mama, let's tear this dance floor. Well, come on, little baby, let me see you show yours. Tear it up. Tear it up. Tear it up. Tear it up. Tear this dance floor. Well, move back, baby, move away. Move back in, gonna hear you say, tear up. Tear up.
Is that you, Myrtle?
Is that your papa?
Is that you, Myrtle?
Well, just a minute here. Is that you, Myrtle? Is that you, Myrtle? Guess you better send that scallywag home. Guess you better send that scallywag home. I took my gal to the preacher show. I promised her a kiss when we got home. My heart was a beating and I couldn't hardly wait. I was tearing in arms, brother daddy was away.
Is that you, Myrtle?
Yes, papa.
Is that you, Myrtle?
Well, just a minute here. Is that you, Myrtle? Is that you, Myrtle? Guess you better send that scallywag home. Guess you better send that scallywag home. One night we were sitting in the old porch swing. Tell you that was the squeakiest thing. Every time I tried to move in real close, I could hear them big feet hit the floor.
Is that you, Myrtle?
Yes, papa.
Is that you, Myrtle?
Well, just a minute here. Is that you, Myrtle? Is that you, Myrtle? Guess you better send that scallywag home. Guess you better send that scallywag home. Say it along, Evan. One night I made a plan of my own to slip her shoes off before we each toe. The boys are turning them off the street. I never heard the patter of her feet.
Is that you, Myrtle?
Yes, Papa.
Is that you, Myrtle?
Well, just a minute here. Is that you, Myrtle? Is that you, Myrtle? Guess you better sit in that scowl at home. Guess you better sit in that scowl at home.
Is that you, Myrtle?
Yes, Papa.
Is that you, Myrtle?
Well, just a minute here. Is that you, Myrtle? Is that you, Myrtle? Guess you better sit in that scowl at home. Guess you better sit in that scowl at home. Myrtle.
So this next song's an instrumental. I had the joy to be able to perform this at the Oregon Shakespeare Festival in 2013. So kind of a weird gig I had, playing up on a balcony.
That was a weird gig, too.
Kind of scoring a Shakespeare play, Taming of the Shrew.
They needed a rockabilly guitar player for that.
So I got to play this one. It was great. Here we go.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice job, Eric. I think something's going on in the house next door.
You don't say.
Oh, yeah. What's going on? When I was a little boy, 9 years old, if I stayed out late, my mama would scold. When I was old enough to know the score, and there's something going on at the house next door. Well, I went upstairs like my mama said. Well, I got ready and I went to bed. With the beating and the banging and the pounding on the floor. And there's something going on at the house next door. Oh, there's something going on at the house next door. Every 30 minutes they're running to the store. Busting around because it can't anymore. Something going on at the house next door. Well, Mama and Daddy had a great big fight. Well, Daddy went out and he stayed all night. Come in next morning about 4:30. general direction of the house next door. Well, Daddy went out and he stayed a little while. Well, he come back later with a great big smile. Well, he started loving Mama and Mama got sore. Said, take it on back to the house next door. There's something going on at the house next door. A beating and a banging and a pounding on the floor. Clapping their hands and yelling for more. Something going on at the house next door. Well, Mama and the lady from across the street got an awful lot of talking when they thought he was asleep. 1 and 1 and 2, 2 and 2 is 4. And I know what's going on at the house next door. Oh, something going on at the house next door. Beating and a banging and a pounding on the floor. Clapping their hands and yelling for more. Something going on at the house next door. Oh, something going on at the house next door. That's right. A couple more. They do the moonshine and rum run. Well, I can tell the story, I can tell it all about a mountain boy who ran an evil alcohol. His daddy made the whiskey, Sonny run the road. When their engines blowed, they called the highway Thunder Road. Sometimes into Nashville, sometimes Memphis town. Revenue was chasing, but they couldn't run him down. Each time they thought they had him, their engines would explode. He drove by like they were standing still on country road. Thunder, thunder, oh, country road. Thunder was his engine, while lightning was his load. Moonshine, moonshine, quench the devil's thirst. The law they swore they did, but the devil got him first. Now on the 1st of April, come and knock upon the door. Federal man said, word, you better make your run no more. He said 200 engines are covering the state. Whichever road you try to take, they'll get you sure as fate. Now son, his daddy told him, make this run your last. You're all filled up with 100 proof. You're all tanked up in gas. Now don't take any chances. And if you can't get through, I'd rather have you home again. No, not now. Thunder, thunder, country road. Thunder was his engine, while lightning was his load. Moonshine, moonshine, quench the devil's thirst. The law they swore they'd get him, but the devil got him. Oh, the law they swore they'd get him, the devil got him first. Thunder, 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 roll. All right, we're gonna do one more, and then we're gonna get up the old hillbilly legend here. This is actually one of the Maddox brothers wrote songs. We really like, we like them all, but this one's called Ugly and Slouchy. Ugly and slouchy, that's the way I like them. There'll never be no fear of them wolves hanging around. Ugly and slouchy, that's the way I like them. There'll never be no fear of her loving someone else. Well, been all around this wide world, nothing I can see. Well, I got a little gal, she's far from being clean. Ugly and slouchy, that's the way I like them. There'll never be no fear of her loving someone else. Step It Up and Go. And thanks a lot.
How about having these guys Step It Up and Go all the way from Medford, Oregon? And if you're ever in Medford, Oregon, make sure you stop by Johnny B's nightclub, where we have performed many times with these guys. All right, are you guys ready? Okay, because right now, we're about to bring up one of the great true legends of hillbilly and country western music, and the last surviving member of the incredible Maddox Brothers and Rose. He's getting ready to celebrate his 93rd birthday in December. That's right. And he wanted me to let you know that he wants to be called America's newest, oldest singing sensation. So let's get him up here right now, my friend and yours, Mr. Don Juan Maddox.
Thank you very much. Is this loud? This is not off. Hello, Tess. Now, is that okay?
It's great.
At least I turned it up. Give me that other mic. Hello, Tess. That's much better. Well, I sure am glad to be here. I like to know that made it though. I came down here on the train. That was the slowest train I ever saw in my life. I went up to the engineer. I said, "Can't you run any faster?" He said, "Yeah, but I got to stay with the train." And just to show you how slow that train really was, there's a woman on there. She went up to the conductor. She said, "Stop the train. I got to get to the maternity hospital. I'm going to have a baby." The conductor said, "You shouldn't have got on the train in that condition." She said, "I didn't." The train might have been slow, but somebody was making a good time. So I'm going to do a song, slow it down a little bit, kind of change the tempo. Going to do a song called "Fading Love." This is indeed. As I look at the letter that you wrote to me, it is you that I am thinking of. As I read the lines that to me were so sweet, I remember our faded love. I miss you, darling, more and more every day, as heaven witnesses stars above. With every heartbeat, I still